Ever feel like you're just playing a role that others expect of you? True growth happens when you break free from those masks and rediscover who you really are. It's time to stop living in the past, break the cycle of routine, and take responsibility for your life. You have the power to transform your reality. Let's begin that journey today. Life often pushes us to wear masks roles shaped by what others expect, demand, or assume about us. We adapt to fit in, to be accepted, or to avoid conflict. But these masks come at a cost. They cloud our true identity and keep us trapped in a version of ourselves that isn't authentic. True growth, real transformation, begins only when you have the courage to remove these masks and stand naked before yourself. Breaking free means stepping away from the noise of external opinions, judgments, and pressures. It means questioning everything you've been told about who you should be and daring to explore who you really are beneath the surface. This journey isn't easy. It requires honesty, self-reflection, and often painful self-discovery. But it's the only path to living with integrity, purpose, and genuine freedom. When you separate yourself from external influences, you reclaim your power. You start to understand your own values, passions, and dreams, not those imposed by society or shaped by fear. You begin to live in alignment with your true self, no longer reacting to what others expect, but responding to what you truly believe and desire. This process is liberating. It frees you from the burden of pretending and empowers you to build a life that is deeply fulfilling because it is authentically yours. Beliefs are the invisible architects of our reality. They quietly yet powerfully shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. When you truly believe something about yourself, whether it's strength, worthiness, or potential, it influences every thought, decision, and action you take. Your behaviors naturally align with these beliefs, reinforcing them and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is why belief holds immense power. It can either build you up or tear you down. If you believe you are capable, disciplined, and deserving of success, you will take actions that move you closer to those outcomes. Conversely, limiting beliefs like doubts or fears can chain you to a life of missed opportunities and regret. The incredible truth is that belief is not fixed. It can be transformed. Changing your beliefs isn't always easy. It requires awareness, courage, and consistent effort. But when you do, it can revolutionize your entire life. By choosing empowering beliefs, you reshape your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. Remember, your beliefs are not just thoughts. They are the foundation of everything you become. Guard them, nurture them, and use their power intentionally to craft the life you truly desire. Too often, our minds get trapped in the past, in old memories, mistakes, regrets, and unresolved emotions. When you start your day replaying yesterday's problems or dwelling on what went wrong, you're essentially reliving the past. This habit shapes your mindset and colors your expectations for the future. But here's the hard truth. The future you create is a reflection of the thoughts and feelings you carry today. If you keep anchoring yourself in past pain or failures, you risk building a future filled with the same patterns and limitations. To break free, you must consciously decide to stop living in the past. This means releasing the grip of old stories, forgiving yourself and others, and choosing to focus your energy on the present moment and what lies ahead. The power to change your life exists not in regret or nostalgia, but in action and intention in the here and now. Your future is a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint a new story, one where your past is no longer a prison, but a teacher. Don't allow yesterday's shadows to dim tomorrow's light. Embrace today with fresh eyes, renewed hope, and unstoppable determination. Most people fall into the trap of living life on autopilot, repeating the same habits, following the same schedule, and settling into a cycle that feels comfortable but stagnant. This daily repetition slowly programs your mind and shapes your identity without you even realizing it. The danger lies in becoming a version of yourself that's dictated by old patterns, comfort zones, and unchallenged routines. When life becomes predictable and repetitive, growth stalls, and dreams fade into the background. True transformation begins when you decide to break free from this cycle. It means consciously stepping out of your comfort zone and disrupting the habits that no longer serve you. It's uncomfortable at first, change always is, but it's necessary if you want to evolve. Start by introducing small, intentional changes in your daily life. Create new habits that align with the person you want to become. Whether it's waking up earlier, dedicating time to learning, or pushing yourself physically or mentally, these changes will gradually reprogram your subconscious mind. Remember, growth doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of deliberate action and consistent effort. The moment you break free from autopilot, you reclaim control over your destiny. You start living intentionally, becoming the architect of your own transformation. Don't settle for a life shaped by routine. Dare to disrupt your habits, embrace discomfort, and watch yourself rise to new heights. By the time most people reach the age of 35, nearly 95% of who they are, their habits, beliefs, reactions, and even their self-image has already been programmed into their subconscious mind. This programming happens silently and gradually through repeated experiences, learned behaviors, and the influence of people and environments around us. What this means is that most of our actions and decisions aren't consciously chosen, but are automatic responses driven by this deeply ingrained programming. The subconscious mind acts like a powerful autopilot that governs our daily life without us even realizing it. This explains why change is so difficult. When you try to shift your mindset or adopt new habits, the subconscious mind resists because it's protecting the familiar, even if the familiar isn't serving you anymore. It's like trying to reroute a massive ship. It takes awareness, deliberate effort, and time to change course. The first step toward true transformation is waking up to this reality, recognizing that your mind is a matrix of programmed beliefs and behaviors that can be reprogrammed. Awareness breaks the illusion of autopilot and opens the door to conscious choice. Once you become aware of your subconscious patterns, you can begin the process of rewiring your mind. This requires consistent practice, positive affirmations, visualization, meditation, and replacing old limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Over time, the subconscious mind starts to align with your new intentions. Transformation is not a quick fix, but a daily commitment to reshaping your mental landscape. The power lies in your hands to take control, rewrite your story, and create the identity that serves your highest vision. Remember, the subconscious mind is powerful, but so is your conscious awareness. Use it wisely and you will unlock your true potential. In life, the concept of rights is often celebrated, but rights don't exist in isolation. Every right carries with it an equal measure of responsibility. You cannot claim your rights fully unless you also embrace the responsibilities that come with them. Taking responsibility for your life, your choices, and your actions is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward true growth and fulfillment. It means acknowledging that you are the primary architect of your reality. No longer blaming circumstances, other people, or luck. It means owning your story, your decisions, and their outcomes. Responsibility is the foundation of empowerment. When you accept responsibility, you reclaim control over your life. You stop being a passive passenger and become an active driver steering your path forward. This mindset shifts you from feeling like a victim of life's events to becoming the master of your destiny. Moreover, responsibility brings clarity and purpose. It demands that you act with integrity, follow through on commitments, and learn from mistakes instead of making excuses. This consistent ownership shapes your character and builds resilience. Without responsibility, rights lose their meaning. They become empty privileges rather than earned freedoms. Growth, success, and fulfillment flourish when responsibility is embraced as a daily practice. Remember, responsibility is not a burden. It is the key to unlocking your potential, living with purpose, and creating a meaningful life that you can be proud of. True fulfillment in life comes from living with meaning and purpose. This journey begins with taking full responsibility for who you are and who you are becoming. It means committing to your own growth every single day, setting clear goals, and relentlessly working to become the best version of yourself. Personal growth is not just about achieving external success. It's about evolving your character, mindset, and values. It's about cultivating discipline, resilience, and self-awareness. It requires you to look inward honestly and make the tough decisions that push you beyond comfort and complacency. When you focus on growth, you begin to live intentionally. You set goals that align with your true passions and values. These goals become the roadmap guiding your actions and decisions. Every step you take toward these goals deepens your sense of purpose. But growth is more than just self-improvement. It's also about the impact you have on others. Your legacy is not measured by wealth or fame, but by the lives you touch, the kindness you show, and the positive influence you leave behind. Living a meaningful life means contributing to the world in a way that matters, inspiring others to rise, and building connections that transcend time. In the end, your life's meaning is crafted by the combination of your responsibility to yourself and the way you serve others. This balance creates a legacy that endures, one rooted in authenticity, courage, and love. Choose today to take responsibility for your growth. Set your sights on becoming your highest self. Live with purpose, impact others positively, and create a legacy worth remembering. Life is unpredictable. Disruptions come without warning, shaking the very foundation of what you know. Whether it's a sudden loss, a career setback, a relationship challenge, or an unexpected change in plans, disruption is inevitable. But how you respond to these interruptions determines your future. Instead of falling victim to circumstances, learn to see disruption as a catalyst for transformation. Every challenge carries within it a hidden opportunity, a chance to reinvent yourself, to evolve, and to rise stronger than before. When life throws you off balance, don't resist or despair. Instead, embrace the change with courage and adaptability. Taking control amid disruption means shifting your mindset. It means choosing resilience over defeat, action over passivity, and growth over stagnation. You don't control what happens to you, but you absolutely control how you respond. This power to choose your reaction is your greatest strength. Use disruption to break free from limiting patterns, to question old beliefs, and to create new paths. These moments, though uncomfortable, force you out of your comfort zone and demand that you innovate, learn, and improve. Transformation happens when you refuse to be defined by setbacks and instead use them as stepping stones to a higher level of success and fulfillment. Remember, the most extraordinary growth often comes from the toughest storms. The key is to remain focused, resilient, and proactive. Own your power to turn disruption into your greatest advantage and watch how life elevates you to new heights. True fulfillment in life isn't measured by material wealth or fleeting pleasures. It is found in living with genuine purpose and leaving a meaningful impact that transcends your own lifetime. Passion is the fire that fuels this purpose. It's what drives you to wake up every day with determination, to push past obstacles, and to dedicate yourself fully to something bigger than yourself. But passion alone isn't enough. To create a legacy means to intentionally invest your time, energy, and love into things that outlast you, your family, your community, your craft, and the next generation. The legacy you build is not just about what you accomplish, but about how you inspire others to carry forward your values, your lessons, and your vision. Focus on becoming the person who uplifts others while relentlessly pursuing your own growth. When you align your passion with purpose, your life becomes a beacon of hope and possibility. You become the foundation upon which others can stand taller, dream bigger, and strive harder. Remember, the greatest gift you can give the world is a life well lived, a life dedicated to growth, love, and contribution. This is how you create a legacy that endures, how your influence ripples through time, and how your spirit lives on long after you are gone. Every single person carries a spark of greatness within, a unique potential waiting to be unlocked. But greatness doesn't reveal itself on its own. It must be cultivated, nurtured, and fiercely protected. It requires unwavering focus, relentless dedication, and a deep commitment to personal growth. To unleash your greatness, you must first believe that it exists inside you, even when doubt tries to convince you otherwise. You must push beyond comfort zones, break old habits, and challenge limiting beliefs that hold you back. This journey is not easy. It demands discipline, sacrifice, and resilience in the face of setbacks. Greatness is born from consistent effort, day after day. It grows with every goal you set, every skill you sharpen, and every moment you refuse to quit. As you invest in yourself, you will start to see progress that once seemed impossible, and that progress will fuel your confidence and momentum. Remember, your potential is not defined by your past or your circumstances. It is shaped by your actions right now, in this moment. The path to greatness is a continuous process, a lifelong pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself. When you unleash your greatness, you step into a life of purpose, power, and possibility. You inspire others, you overcome obstacles, and you create a legacy that echoes far beyond your own journey. If this hit your soul, don't just scroll subscribe and turn wisdom into winning. Your future self will thank you.